everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is the Thrift Witch and I have a haul of items to look at with you. So today I have a fairly large piece of needlework that I picked up for sale in the booth. I think this is a pretty common vintage needlework theme. A girl sitting by the fireplace in kind of a colonial style home. It's in great shape and is well framed, and so I picked that up for sale for the needlework collectors out there. I picked up a 1979 Papa Smurf. So he is older. Well, he's like 41. Looks pretty good for 41. I like the Smurfs. Still like the classic stuffies. So I picked him up. He's in good shape. Next is a 80s coffee mug, and this says, "Relax, there's a woman on the job." It is a Hallmark Mugmates from 1986. Doesn't have a huge resale value, but I also only paid $1, so picked it up. Kind of like some of the 80s mugs. Next is this gentleman here. Unfortunately, he doesn't have his box, but he is in working order, and I think his name is Mr. Dan. So he eats a hot dog and he wipes his mouth with a napkin. So he's a tin litho toy made in Japan, as you can see here, and has a trademark. So a little bit of the bottom's pulled away there, but other than that, he's in nice shape. Let me see if I can wind him with one hand, and I'll show you how he works. There he goes. He eats the hot dog and he wipes his mouth. Eats the hot dog. Wipes his mouth. You get the idea. Hopefully he won't go on too long. There he goes. Okay. Next is this. I bought this for myself. This is a little Goebel. There's the Goebel's mark. Germany. Little bunnies with a, I think this is a snowdrop. It's not for resale because it looks good, but it's facing some damage and repairs. But I just bought him for these guys for just for myself, for a shelf keeper. Too cute to leave behind. This is a Japan-made 3D plate. It's a Baltimore Oriole. On the back it says by Giftcraft, fine china hand painted, Baltimore Oriole B1770. It's in very nice shape with no chips or cracks. So a nice collectible for the people out there who collect these mid-century or vintage Japan ceramics. Next is an ashtray. This is like that barware, kind of jokey. Don't stare at the bartender, someday you may be crazy too. It's not marked. See other pieces like this with these kind of like cartoony illustrations and sort of supposed to be funny sayings on them. I've never seen this one before. Next we have this girl here. She's in really nice condition. She's got her hair up with her umbrella at the ready. She is an Enterprise exclusive, Toronto, Canada, made in Japan figurine. She's in good shape overall, a little bit dirty, but other than that, she's really nice. Next, a couple of first a dog figurine. I've got a couple of them, but they're not together. So here's a spaniel. He's not marked. He's in good shape though. People love animal figurines. I have a cabinet at the Gore Street Antique Market in our booth that I call the Menagerie. So it's just full of animal figurines essentially. And every week people come and pick and choose and take animals out of the cabinet. So it's a popular collectible. this little girl here is, I think also, it's not marked on the bottom, but I believe this is also Japan made, with the little Dutch boy and Dutch girl, and then the windmill and the little Dutch girl handle. It looks like a left-in pattern, but I don't think it is left-in. I wasn't able to actually identify its origin, but really sweet little piece in excellent condition. You can hear the kitty cats rustling around in the background. Let's do this piece next. So unfortunately, as you know, you guys see it often in the thrift stores, the stickers for the thrift store were over top of the original sticker for the item. So I've got the sticker, but it's pulled off of the music box. So it's a Sankyo musical box, and it did say what song it actually played. It's an 80s piece for sure. It's still working, but remarkably, all of the flowers and leaves and wings and everything is completely intact. So that's why I picked this up. So it's not super old, but it's in really nice condition, and I myself like these bird music boxes. So I picked it up thinking somebody else would also like to collect it. So I'm just gonna wind it. You can hear what song it plays. So it's quite sweet. Next is this bulldog. He is Yukago, Japan. He's in really nice condition as well. No damage. He's a grumpy bulldog. Also a nice piece, animal collectible. Then I have this, vintage sewing kit hanging cabinet. So it's got 6 drawers with pins, snaps, utility, buttons, threads, needles with flowers. I've seen a few different versions of this with different, sometimes flowers, sometimes other things on the drawers, but always the same, usually the same categories. It's in nice condition. It's older. It's pretty petite. So be a nice little wall hanger or just a nice cabinet to set on your counter to keep things in. This piece here it surprised me a little bit. So it is a bank. It's a locking bank. So on the back of the neck here, there's a spot to put a lock through, like a padlock, and it's a bank. And then the head comes off if you unlock it. There's a chip here on the neck, but it doesn't show when it's put together. So this is ESD Japan, which is probably, so I'm pretty sure this is the Lefton Puppy Pals bank, which is rare and quite sought after. But here's the thing. I'm like 100% sure someone has taken the time and effort to paint over the puppy. So on the collar, you can see the green underneath and then this horrible brown on top. And I'm not sure whether I can try to get this overpaint off of the puppy without ruining his original paint, or whether I should leave him as he is. And the reason that it would be nice to restore him to his original paint is that he would be quite valuable. But I'm just not sure if it's safe to do so. So what I might do is I might try to get some of the paint off in an area that's not as visible to see if I can do that. Because sometimes people would use like a water-based paint, like a kid would have done this, and they would have just used their craft paints, and maybe I can get the paint off. But I'm not 100% sure that the Lefton puppy would have been, like, I'm worried that he's cold painted, so that whenever I try to take the paint off, I'm just going to pull off all the paint. So I have some decisions to make with this puppy bank about what I'm going to do with him before I sell him. So it's just sort of unfortunate that somebody's, kind of gone to town on him with a paintbrush, because otherwise he's in quite good condition, other than he's missing his original lock, if he did indeed come with a lock. So that's it. That's everything this time. Oh, there's a bag here. Sorry. This is a bag that I bought that I have regrets about. So it's a bag of like Gumby style Christmas decorations. So I am gonna just lot those out together. They're not really that great. Buyer's remorse. Yeah. Yeah, that's everything from this haul. I'm behind quite a bit in thrift hauls. I have several shopping trips worth of stuff that I have to inventory and price, and then I do the haul video. So I am committing to getting that done, and so hopefully you'll be seeing a few more videos on the channel in the coming days. And we'll close out with Mama and say thanks for watching the channel.